Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Normally, on the first Wednesday of the month, if I wasn't watching the US Open Finals Tennis Championship, which is going on right now, I would be attending Tom Woodruff's Poetry with My Community Poetry at Half Price Books in North Lamar in Austin, Texas. But thanks to a lovely little thing called COVID-19, it is not running right now. So even after I've had both of my shots and I just had my booster shot, which I'm still feeling a little gurgly from, I don't know what the word is, I'm still unsettled. Anyway, and it's still sore on my arm. I say to myself, I'm like, yep, that's my shoulder. And he's like, yay. And I'm like, no, that's a shoulder that really hurts. Don't hit it. Oh my God, I'm so hurt. And I'm like, never mind. I'll be okay. It's not hurting that much. But it's something that we're all having to do to be better. I know that there are people that don't feel comfortable with it, which is why I still stay away from everyone and I still wear a button that says that I've been vaccinated. If anybody wants to ever bother to look and read, it's right over there on my purse from whenever I go out. But anywho, I hope everyone is staying safe, whatever you're doing. And I thought that, like I would often do at this open mic, I would read material from most recent Scars Publications book releases. And today, on the 1st of the month, Scars Publications released 2 magazine books. One of them I'm holding in my hands right now. It's Down in the Dirt magazine. It was founded in 2000. It started as a subsection of the original CC&D magazine in '94, but it's been running as its own magazine along with CC&D and being published in monthly or bi-monthly books through Amazon so that you have an ISSN number and an ISBN number as well. And this one is for the September 2021 book, volume 187. It is titled Roman Remains. Roman Remains is the title of this handy-dandy book, and it is, like all other issues of Down in the Dirt magazine, titled based on an accepted piece of writing within the book. There is a piece in here titled Roman Remains. And I happen to have a picture of Roman remains. When walking around Rome, and you would see that they were trying to resurrect tiny parts of buildings from the past in different ways, and it was very cool to see. So it seemed to be a good appropriate title for it. I thought I would read with you for this reading maybe 3 poems from the middle of this book. Pieces that were set to follow other accepted writings within the book as the editor. I get to do that sometimes. One of them is a gentleman who likes to send me periodic table short stories because I think he bought my periodic table poetry book and he just thought that was a cool idea and was writing some based on elements he remembered, so he didn't get them all. But he's sending them to me and I say, I'm gonna put one of mine after, yay! And he would be so excited about that. So after his Fluorine short story, I have here a Twitter-length poem as well as a periodic table poetry poem. The Twitter-length poems, I'll also have to do this explaining, sorry. A poet, husband, chemist friend from Chicago, Avram, suggested to me once I had moved to Austin. He said, hey, there is CNEN, a Science and Engineering News publication online, is doing a contest for coming up with Twitter-length poems. And I didn't realize there was a limit or not, but I decided I was going to try to write one for every element in the periodic table. I'm not done. I'm a little over halfway done, I'd say. It's going to get tough trying to find periodic table poems for, like 112. Or it's going to be hard toward the end for the ones that just got names, which when I wrote them for poems, not all of them even had names. But I'm going to do it. But then I found out that, I think it was number 18, manganese? Magnesium. Magnesium Burn was the poem, I believe. And it won 3rd place in the contest. So I was like, yay, yippee skippy. Well, I'll still keep doing it. And so I wrote a periodic table poem for them. The first one is titled Fluorine Crystalizes. And when I have a Twitter-length poem, if I can, I will put a picture that can be showing up on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Tumblr, and you can't see it on this thing on video really well, but if you want to check it out, you can go check out this book, Roman Remains, and you can see a link to the image for this, or you can do a search for my poems, Fluorine Crystalizes, and you can find it there as well. This poem is called Fluorine Crystalizes, and there's a Colgate toothpaste tube in here from China. You'll have to be able to see this live to check this out, because it's really tough to see because it's really light, because you're trying to show off the poem, right? Anyway, this is called Fluorine Crystalizes. Breathe fluorine in through your lungs, into your blood, and it crystallizes. The end goal? To send crystal daggers through your bloodstream, attacking your heart. They all chant it's good for your teeth. But know better. Don't trust this silent killer. Sorry, that's a funny one when you think of that, because there are so many different properties and different elements, right? Anyway, this is a longer poem that follows it in this book that is titled Fluorine. And it's in the book, The Periodic Table of Poetry, but you are hearing it from the Down in the Dirt, September 2021, volume 187 book, Roman Remains, that was just released today. It is titled Fluorine. Hope you enjoy it. Just got a postcard from my dentist telling me it's time to schedule another dental appointment. I thought about the fluoride toothpaste I just changed to, and then I wondered about the water fluoridation. The government adds fluoride to public water supplies, you know, to reduce tooth decay and hopefully prevent cavities. How much water would I have to drink so I wouldn't have to go to the dentist so regularly? Wait a minute. I just read that for the fluoride to work, it has to remain in contact with the teeth, so fluoride ions that we swallowed won't help. Maybe I should just gargle with water more. But fluoride is just one of the ionic compounds of fluorine, and I thought it was funny when I found out that the name for the mineral fluorite is derived from Latin from flow, because when added to metals, it would actually make them flow. Kind of like water, I guess, which we now add fluoride to. But, you know, it's not just teeth that fluorine can help. I mean, check this out. Because of the stability of the carbon-fluorine bond, many drugs are fluoridated to stop their metabolism and prolong their half-lives. I always wondered how they made time-release drugs work. And now, over 20% of commercial drugs use fluorine. I mean, scientists have even used the radioactive isotope fluoride 18 for performing PET scans. And it's amazing that liquid fluorocarbons can hold gas in solution and can even hold more oxygen and carbon than our own blood. Wow, I didn't realize how useful fluorine was to help humans out. But the thing is, fluorine's actually pretty toxic. Some isotopes are used for insecticides, and fluorine attacks the eyes, lungs, liver, and kidneys. And hydrofluoric acid is a pretty nasty contact poison. Hydrofluorocarbons have even been strictly regulated through international agreements for fear of the environment, and the depletion of our ozone. I mean, the U.S. government even has a slew of signs for the dangers of this element. It's a toxic gas. It's corrosive. It's an inhalation hazard. Wait a minute. I thought it was supposed to be good for me. How could it be so bad? So, too much of fluorine in the right way can be, well, devastating for you. And in other ways, it can help your bones or help your medication. Fascinating. I guess it's just another way that we've learned to take the bad with the good. Or is it that we've learned how to take the good out of the bad? Maybe I won't start to gargle with water because of the fluorine, and maybe I should just deal with everyone's inherent fear of the dentist and just go and come out of it with cleaner teeth for the next 6 months. And it's funny, I now go like quarterly or every 4 months instead of 6, so I'm always fine with the teeth. So anywho, but I've got one more poem in this reading that I'd like to share with you, and it is in the way that Tom would often see that when people would have a long story, there'd just be a little bit of space at the end, and I'm like, there's just enough room for like a Twitter length poem, not enough room for a piece of art, and I'm not going to put somebody else's haiku at the end because I'm going to give them their own page and have lots of space around it. I'm not going to do that to them. So I've got this little tiny one here that I'm going to end off this reading with for you guys. I see people actually sending me messages on Facebook while I'm going live. Sorry, I've got other things going on. Watch me live and leave it at that instead. I'm sorry. But anyway, this piece is actually titled Ominous Day. And it was written for the day in 79 AD when Mount Vesuvius exploded. I think it was the day in August, but I can't remember the day of the calendar year. I might actually have it in the Every Event of the Year poetry volumes, if you wanted to check them out and find Ominous Day in there and find the day of the year that actually happened, if you were interested in the day, not only the year that Mount Vesuvius blew. Can you believe the kind of stuff I'm going to say for you guys? This is a short piece, and it actually has with it a tiny image, which you cannot see on this little video because it's a little crazy video and it's impossible to see. So if you want to check it out, you can go to scars.tv to find details about Roman remains and find links to this poem, or you can just find it by the title of the poem by searching for my writing section. This is titled Ominous Day. As a gladiator here, I proudly drew my sword and fought. I was revered in Pompeii, winning too many battles to count. On one ominous day, when I saw Mount Vesuvius erupt, I drew my sword and charged toward that mountain. I'm going to close this reading from this for you guys. You might catch a few more poems from this book from me today. I hope everyone is staying safe, staying creatively inclined. Know that you are loved if you feel like you're lost and you're alone, but this will end soon. Continue to protect yourselves, stay safe, and I will talk to each and every one of you very, very soon. Thank you all so very much. Thank you, thank you.